And welcome back to the Zone, everybody. I'm Brant Fowler, and this is another installment of the 12 Days of Zone 4, where I give you guys a new piece of audio extra enjoyment each day for 12 days leading up to Christmas. This is day 8, and this time I'm going to be talking about games, video games specifically, in 2015 that I am looking forward to. And if there's more time at the end, which I don't think there will be actually, maybe I'll tack something else on, but we'll see. Let's jump into these. Just going down the list in order of release date. Uh, this first game, I think it's due out on February 1st. This game is called There Came an Echo. It's by Iridium Studios, and they actually funded this through Kickstarter. And it's a voice-controlled real-time strategy game, and it stars Will Wheaton. And so, I mean, it's very interesting in that alone. It's going to be available on your next-gen systems, plus Windows, Mac, and Linux. Very interesting the way it came about, and that it's actually coming to platforms because of it. So, really curious about that one. It was funded way back on March 21st, which was 2013, which was actually my birthday. Um, but yeah, so it looks cool. The voice controlled element of it seems pretty neat. So definitely gonna check that one out. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. I've never watched it. My brother was though. He loved the show, and he played some of the video games. So, and of course, my good friend Chris Ventura is a big Dragon Ball fan as well. So I'm very curious about this one. It's an in-house engine. It's modified. It's a modified version of the Street Fighter 4 engine that they used for this game. It's a fighting game, I assume. So that kind of piques my curiosity a little bit because I know some of the move sets of the Dragon Ball characters could be really cool in a fighting platform. We also have Resident Evil Revelations, which this is an episodic survival horror game. I mean, I love the Resident Evil franchise, and this has different episodes released in concurrent months. So I mean that should be interesting. There's 4 episodes, I believe, and the first one is set to release in February. Yeah, actually the first 2 in February and the second 2 in March. So that's definitely something I'm going to check out. The Order 1886. Now you want to pay attention to this because on the Zone 4 podcast channel right here, Chris and I will be doing a hit points extra, talking about some of the gameplay as we show you the gameplay on the channel as a hit points expansion pack episode. But this is an action adventure video game developed by Ready at Dawn, and it is due out. What is it? March? Yeah, no, February. February of next year for the PS4. I think it's a PS4 exclusive. Um, so I'll probably get it much later. But it's a single player action adventure game. Uh, some people are describing it like a big long movie with some gameplay in it, but it's the seamlessness between the gameplay and the cinematics is pretty cool. It takes place in 1886, obviously in an alternate history London, where an order of knights keep the world safe from half-breed monsters. So, interesting concept. Looking forward to that. Um, let's see. That's all. That Final Fantasy has a few things coming out next year. Final Fantasy Type O. This is for the PlayStation Portable, PSP, and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One action role playing game. You guys know what Final Fantasy is, so curious about that one as well. And Mortal Kombat X is a game I'm really looking forward to. When you talk Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, I've always been a Mortal Kombat guy. Um, it kind of went for me Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter. That's just my enjoyment level of it. Even though I did play all of them when I was a kid, and you know, when I was in my 20s too. But this is coming to all platforms: PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Windows. Obviously, a fighting game. There's a comic book coming out next year from DC based on this, a digital first series, and yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this game. Love Mortal Kombat. But the game I think I'm looking forward to most out of the entire year is coming in June. It's Batman Arkham Knight is the final installment in the Batman Arkham series. And as you guys know, I just recently purchased all the Batman Arkham games on Steam and I have an Xbox controller I can use with it. So I'm going to be playing all those. Going to be doing a playthrough kind of thing on the Frontline Gaming Zone leading up to this release. So I'm really looking forward to this particular game. If you guys have not played, if you're gamers and you have not played the Batman Arkham games, you are doing yourself a disservice. These are fantastic games. The stories are amazing. The graphics, the gameplay is very fluid. You're not lost. It's very very fun, and it's very exciting. You're playing as Batman. You can do all these kind of things. You got this this bat vision. You can hang upside down and drop down on opponents and do different things like that. In this one, you get the Batmobile involved and you're shooting it like a tank, and all these guns come out and stuff. Amazing trailer they put out for it already, so definitely looking forward to that game. Human Element, I'm curious about. It's coming out for Windows, PlayStation 4, Wii U, and Xbox One in November. And this was the prequel for this game was exclusively released on the Ouya, how do you pronounce that Kickstarter game system thing. But they canceled it, and very early on, or actually it would have released on the Ouya, but they canceled it early on. So now it's coming to these systems. It's I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be kind of a I don't know a Walking Dead ripoff kind of thing, because it's what is the greatest threat in the zombie apocalypse? The human element, and that's kind of what Walking Dead is all about. So we'll see. Assassin's Creed, a franchise I absolutely love, has Assassin's Creed Rogue coming out for the PS3 and Xbox 360 and Windows, and then it's already come out on the PS3 and what? Maybe it's already come out. Yeah, it's already come out on the PS3 and Xbox 360. It's coming out on Windows in 2015. So there's that, but there's also Assassin's Creed Victory, which sometime in late 2015 is going to be for Windows, PS4, and Xbox One, and it's going to take place in Victoria era London. So that should be a nice fun twist for the game. Black Hole is an upcoming indie platform video game from Violasoft Studio. Um, they worked with YouTubers and Let's Players to develop the script and the story and building the characters for this game. So it has a lot of input from gamers. This game, so that should be an interesting twist to it. Uh, it's a platform game. It doesn't. It's coming out on Windows, Linux, and OS X. So um, it's set in 2121. Earth is threatened by black holes, and it follows astronauts whose job is to neutralize these black holes to protect their home planet. So, very sci-fi-ish. This game. Another sci-fi-ish game is a combat fight simulator called Dreadnought. It's developed by Gravebox Games and or published by Gravebox Games and developed by Jaeger, and it is for Windows and just comes out sometime in 2015. The rest of these, they don't have solid release dates. I think they might mention the quarter that they're coming out, but don't know exactly when these are coming out. But this one sounded interesting. In Final Fantasy VII, the remake for the next gen, for the PS4 and Windows, that's very interesting to me. Final Fantasy VII is most people's favorite Final Fantasy game. I was actually partial to 8 for whatever reason, but 7 was the big one. That's the holy grail of Final Fantasy for most people, and they're doing a remake for the next gen system. So I think that's really cool. I definitely want to see what they do with it. So Kingdom Come Deliverance. This sounded interesting. It's set in 15th century medieval Bohemia, which is not a typical location for a game or most stories. So I think that's an interesting concept to set it in that particular area. This is coming to Windows, OS X, Linux, PS4, and Xbox One in the fourth quarter of 2015, so the last 3 months of 2015. And it features period accurate armor, clothing, combat techniques, and all that kind of thing. It's a single player experience, but just the location and the era sounds interesting to me. So I thought I would definitely check that one out. There's a real-time strategy role-playing game, and it's MMO as well. It's called Kingdom Under Fire 2. this one is set to come out sometime in 2015 on the PS4 and Windows. And you're a hero who can command troops. You have full control of your character and can run around freely. When you control other units, it's played like a real-time strategy game. So it's kind of both. So that's an interesting mixing of the two genres there. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite franchises. I've been playing Metal Gear since the first Nintendo system. I love the Metal Gear games through and through, and I'm definitely looking forward to this one. This is coming, let's see, where's the release date? Sometime in 2015 for Windows, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And you play as Snake, also known by his alias Big Boss, in a massive collection of open world environments. And it says these are largely unchanged from Ground Zeroes, meaning you have to sneak from several points in the game, avoiding enemy guards, and so on and so forth, that kind of thing. But I love the gameplay on these. I love the graphics. I love the stories. So I'm very much looking forward to that one. Mario versus Donkey Kong is just just the concept of that alone. I mean, that's basically what Donkey Kong the game was Mario versus Donkey Kong. So taking that to another level, which they've done before. They did in 2004. They've done it at other periods of time. I think it was on the Game Boy Advance at one point. This particular version is coming to, if I can find it again, the Wii U. It's a puzzle game, so it should be cute. Speaking of Mario, though, Mario Party 10, which I'm a big fan of the Mario Party games, obviously exclusive to the Wii U. Sometime in 2015, Mario Party 10 continues the tradition of the typical games. You're basically playing a board game with all these mini games in between. I used to play this a lot with my mom and my brother, and coming here, Lisa is a big fan of the franchise too, so we play it. So it's fun. I'm really looking forward to that too. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I just bought Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate recently, and so this one is going to be on my list as well. It comes out in early 2015. It's for the Nintendo 3DS, I believe. So looking forward to that. 3 looks really cool. I haven't got a chance to play it yet, but if it's as good as I think it's going to be, I'll definitely be in for 4 as well. We have Soul Saga Episode 1. It's coming from Disaster Cake, and another game that was funded through Kickstarter. And it's set to release for Wii U, PlayStation Vita, PS4, and PC in sometime in 2015. So this is a traditional role-playing game, like a Final Fantasy or Suikoden or Breath of Fire, that kind of thing. So I'm a fan of those types of games, so I figured this would be one that I would be interested in. Star Fox, the new game for Wii U, is coming out in 2015. They're trying to get Star Fox out before Zelda. So I've never really played many of the Star Fox games, but it's a 3D scrolling shooter video game, and I know it's one of the more popular releases on the Nintendo system, so I'm definitely going to check it out. But the one I'm looking forward to most from Nintendo is The Legend of Zelda, which is going to come out sometime in 2015 as well. We've already seen a preview of this. The world is going to be massive. It looks fantastic. The gameplay is improved. This is going to be I think this is the version of Zelda that I've been most excited for since the N64 game. So very much looking forward to this one. And the last game that I saw of interest is coming out in January of 2015, which is Dying Light. This is a zombie apocalypse themed game set in the city of Urfa, Turkey. So that's an interesting location to put this in. It's an action adventure survival horror game. So looking forward to this one a lot as well. But I'm sure there will be plenty of other games that as we get closer to release dates that I'll be interested in. I know Minecraft Story Mode is something I'm kind of interested in from Telltale Games. Some other stuff as I learn more details and see more trailers and things like that. So, but that's going to wrap this up. I'd love to hear what games you're looking forward to in 2015. If you want to leave comments below, let me know. And Hope you guys are enjoying these installments. Check out tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do for tomorrow's installment, but we only have 3 more of these to go. So um, until next time, thanks for listening. You are now leaving Zone 4.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production. Honk!